do not go to this college, so please, I do not go to this college. This is just a shirt I got. Preface that now. One, for me, I grew up in church. Okay, so I grew up with the whole, we're going to church every Sunday, us and waking up in the morning, everybody's getting ready, breakfast ready to go to church. And I will tell you now, it did not bring me closer to God. In any way, where I got to a point that, you know what, I want to be, oh my gosh, God is beautiful, God is amazing, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted, but I was not being close. And I was going through, dealing with a lot of depression, anxiety, and growing up in a house where you're the oldest sibling, you're looked to as, oh, you're the oldest, so you should know everything, you should be quick, you should be savvy, and I was not. And it was a lot of pressure, honestly, when your parent is like always going to church, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, you should respect your elders and different things. So I'm just saying yes, I'm saying hi. And when people ask me, Kiana, can you do this? I'm going for it. Kiana, can you? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Barely ever heard a no from me. And just growing up at the time, I felt like I couldn't ask questions, or you could see how people would ask questions about certain things, and you would see, like, maybe a church member or someone older, like, shut it down, and be like, no, you just have to blindly follow. And for the longest time, I did, because I'm like, I'm a kid, following my parents, or just listening to all those around me. Now, am I saying that my parents are, oh, they were the ones only, you can't ask questions? No. But definitely feeling that with people and stuff. So honestly, I didn't get to that until really be trying my best to grow on this world. So a few months ago, almost a year. So I am, quote, baby Christian, as people say. I can be introverted at times. I'm going to be very, outgoing, different things. Sometimes I can be very, very social. Very, very not social. Honestly, it took a lot. Because I just felt like I was always hearing about God, but when I was being bullied, depressed, like, family's not working out, parents get divorced, I'm like, where's God at? And it got to a point where a situation happened to the church leader's son. Like, it didn't start as essay, but it went there, and then it took my mom. My mom was going back and forth with my hospital, battling, arthritis, lupus, and just so much was going on. Truth be told, I thought of this person like a brother, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And then one situation happened, I'm like, well, this feels weird, but it feels kind of nice. And then second time, I'm like, oh, okay. And then it got to a point, I'm like, okay, I don't want this anymore. I don't like it at all. And then he was like, no, we should keep going. And then he didn't expect a no. And now it was just like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm just like, I can't overpower. I don't know who to talk to. And I'm just feeling ashamed. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should be telling him about this or not. And it got to a point where my father got us out of New York and got us out of that family. And I felt safe to say, hey, this is what had happened. And I called the son's parents, and literally they were like, "We're so sorry, we didn't know this happened." But I also told my dad, and he was talking about what to do, and they were just like not receptive. And they also tried to fight for us in court. I don't know all of that, but I was just like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that. No. So my dad started going around people, letting people what's going on, and for a few weeks or months, I didn't hear anything about it. So now I was just going through the motions, trying to get therapy, move on. And I remember my aunt telling me about, hey, this happened. And he was basically back in the church and nothing happened. That's pretty much it. And I was just like, so no justice. And I got to the point I was like, you know what, God, I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing. I'm done with all of it. If this is the church you want, this is what you want, you can keep it. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm through. I'm leaving. I'm done. It wasn't just church. I was leaving him. And I was like, I'm done. If this is what you want to call a church, if you want to call a congregation, like, keep it that way. Because that's, like, really? And I can feel God and like, wait, what we're doing? Like, no. Like, I know you're hurt, but like, come to me. And I'm like, nah, I'm done. Screw this place. I'm over it. I'm cursing people out. I'm like, I'm just cursing. I'm like, I'm just upset. I'm pissed off. I'm over it. I'm like, get away from me. I don't want to see this ever again. And I'm like, I'm leaving. God, if this is what you want to call a church, you can have it. I'm over it. You want to see me again. He was like, what? No. Come on. And then when I left and I was like, God, I'm done. I ain't coming back. It's over. That is when everything started going off. Like when I say I woke up with cuts and bruises consistently. Those spiritual attacks consistently. And I'm freaking out. And I also started looking at different like religions and stuff, like, paganism, witchcraft, and the witch, using rosemary and thyme for spiritual, spiritual safety tips, protections, learning about rooms. It's like different paganism, like Norse paganism, Greek mythology, worshiping that. And I did that for a time. Yeah, I did. Oof. And I remember I went, and I loved dance, so I was like going to this dance event. I heard about Red Bull, went there, having fun, met one of the girls, I think of a sister to this day. Met her, we're talking, she gives me a ride home, I ride home, we're hanging out, we get sleep, locked in ever since. She's like, hey, I'm going to Chicago, we can hang out, we can have fun. And I'm like, yeah, totally. And she's like, do you believe in God? I felt uncomfortable, but I still do believe in God. But I just was not like, I'm not going for this guy. I'm over it. I was like, I left. And she's like, okay, we're still going to go to church. I'm freaking out. And I let her know of my church hurt. And as I let her know of my church hurt, she's like, people can do you dirty, but God's not going to do you like that. And I don't know. And she made me feel very seen and very heard and very, accepted. Like, it's okay. I understand. I'll be right here with you. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go push past my fears and trauma and still go with you. Okay. We go to Chicago. It's going on. We're having fun. We're dancing. We're vibing. We're enjoying Layover Beach. Sunday, I'm pissed off because we're going to church and I'm trying my best. Like, my trauma and all my past pain is coming up. She's playing the worship music and I'm just like, I'm trying to hold myself together. And I'm thinking, if someone tries me, it's... Okay, this is a part 2. So, mind you, this dude prays over me. When I tell you, I could feel God being like, oh, you're coming home with me. It's about time. It's about time you came home to me. It's about time. Everybody's like, hey, she came home to me. Hey. Listen. All I'm saying is, and since, oh my God, some things are not easy. Right? I'm so happy I did. It was either way. And just on preface this, another thing, you can find God, or God will find you in or out of church. Okay? In or out of church, or you may find somebody to talk, use them to talk to you. You never know. You'd be surprised. After that, and my friends checking in on me like, how'd you feel after? I couldn't stop crying because I was just like, whoa, what's going on? Like, how did this happen? But then there was also parts of me that felt like, okay, that was the case. Now the stuff was coming in. Where was it when I was like, I was struggling, I'm depressed, low self-esteem, anxiety, like ready to just like, I never got to the point of suicide, but I always thought about it a lot. Like self-harm. Well, self-harm was emotionally because I was just like so negative, so mean to myself. And God's like, no, I love you very much. And a beautiful thing about it was that I was just like, okay. And he just was like, yeah, we out here. Yeah, we're out here. Yeah, I was here the whole time. And since then, so many different things started happening. Where, one, I started going back to church. I was surprised. Literally. And he was like, I got you. It's going to be okay. So when I tell you, and I say this with love, I do. He will come find you. Now, I can't speak, this is my own story, so I can't speak for everybody's. So, one, hey, that's for you, I'm glad it worked out for you, but hey, it was awesome for me. You never know. It was just so weird because now I just started like changing. I'm like, whoa. Now, don't get me wrong, he will check you on your stuff. Like, that Holy Spirit conviction is a real thing. Okay? It's a real thing. But honestly, it's like, yeah, I've been here the whole time. But I definitely had my moments where I struggled, like, okay, so where were you earlier? And he's like, oh, I've always been here. I know, I feel like that, but I've always been here. It's been really cool since. And that is my little testimony. And one more thing, like, I remember when, like, he told me, like, during this time, like, I want you to go back to church again. When I tell you, I freaked out so bad. I was freaking out, so I'm like, God, you want me to what? No way. Like, there's no way this is happening. Like, nah, dude, like, look, I was like, I thought we were gonna do this thing, you know, where we're like by ourselves. I was not gonna come here, okay? Do that. Like, well, technically it was a church where I grew up, that was church or and I was like, bro, I'm not about to do that. And you know what's crazy? I love it. And in the middle of the sermon, it was like, talking about trusting him. He's like, he has another plan. He may bring you in places you like. I thought we were never coming back here. need you to trust me. Okay? I'm doing something new. Like they say, Jeremiah 29:11. You know, the plans I have for you, for your life, are plans to prosper you, not to harm you.